Welcome to the South African Football Fan Podcast. For the fans, by the fans.
15 August. Time is 5:10. The third episode of the South African Football Fan Podcast. My name is TT yesterday, and today I have 3 Sundowns supporters. Gentlemen, can you please introduce yourself?
I am T. By the way, I'm a king because now we have established a castle for ourselves. So I'm T from the castle.
I am Alex MJ from the castle.
From where?
From the castle.
Castle.
King's Castle.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Sundowns Castle. My name is Musa. They call me Kudlindlu. I'm also from the castle.
Castle.
Yes.
Newcastle or Castle?
Castle. Sundowns Castle.
Oh, the castle.
Yes,
Okay.
the castle. Where kings
King's
and queens
Castle.
belong.
Okay.
And the princess and princesses.
Gentlemen, can you please tell me about the branch that you belong in?
Yeah, we belong to Sundowns Supporters Branch actually. And we had this brilliant idea to get a movement that is called BIBs, which is Bloemfontein Independent Branch. And the issue of independency, if one wonders what could it mean, we are trying to engage everyone. That is why we are kings and queens. So all of us have got to take the lead. You know, most in certain groups and organizations, most people rely on management or senior personnel to lead the way. But here we are trying to cultivate that culture of everybody taking responsibility, carrying the load, so that all of us we can work towards a common goal. Because we don't want to find ourselves in a situation whereby in a group of 10, for an example, only 3 people are good and 7, the rest is, then it's not going to help in any way in expanding and growing our branch.
Okay.
Whatever I can do, Musa has got to be able to do it, and Alex has the same, and everyone involved in BIBs, basically.
Okay. Just tell me, why did you support Sundowns? Why did you support Sundowns in the first place?
Fortunately, all of us, all 3 of us,
Yeah.
not knowing about the rest, the first thing that clicked on us as soon as we become aware of soccer as a sport or as an activity that needs support, we decided to be odd and support Sundowns, because now everybody was supporting Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, Moroka Swallows, the one that was relegated 3 seasons in succession, and now it was playing there somewhere in the location. But anyway, now then that's when it started. Possibly we are talking about the average age group of 12, 13. You know, those boys must get used to soccer at that age. Then I decided so, and according to what they told me, that's what happened to them as well. Yeah. And then it's good being odd with Sundowns because now it's doing good.
Yeah,
it was a good odd choice.
And the other thing to add on what T has just said, is that we don't know anything. We were born to be Sundowns supporters.
Ever since we opened our eyes when we saw football, actually good football.
Yes.
We started seeing Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, like you saw yesterday. It was brilliant. That team can play. It plays to an extent that even if we lose 5-0, we go like, damn, our team can play.
Well, the 3 of you, are you guys from Bloemfontein?
Yes, we originate here in Bloemfontein, but Musa actually I'm the one who is originating in Bloemfontein.
Oh, okay.
And then the rest are from the Eastern Capes and KZN, it's a mix of provinces, and now at least we speak the same language, which is Mamelodi Sundowns and BIBs and the castle at BIBs.
Yeah. Okay. Gentlemen, Sundowns have played 3 games so far.
No, it has
Two
two
games.
in the league, or you count the Champions League.
All of them.
All in all.
Yeah,
all.
all in
Yeah,
all.
and Chiefs want us to play the friendly again, and okay.
Oh yeah. The first game you guys won as SuperSport.
Yes,
The yeah. The second you lost the CAF
tour,
tour.
but you know in reverse.
Yeah. The home game. Yeah. Then last night you guys drew away a cheaper.
Yes.
Do you guys think the team have played go so far?
Yeah, just to starting from the SuperSport game, you can tell that Sundowns is going to kill a lot of teams this season. If you look at the changes which the coaches implemented, you can see that the movement of Hlompo from his original position to the attacking midfield. If you can look at from the yesterday's game, you can see that Sundowns this season is going to be the team to watch. While the other teams are worried about winning the league, you know, worried about how many points are going to win the league with, because our team is at a different level compared to, for example, like on the first games of the season, we heard that the media said, hey, the Orlando Pirates going to kill people, but SuperSport yesterday has proven that most of the teams at the beginning of the seasons are not ready. But with Sundowns so far, I'm very happy. Even in that loss in Congo, I can tell you that if you look at the temperature, it's not an excuse, but when the game started on the first half and you compare it to the second half, on the second half Sundowns was better. If the game changed at 0-0, Sundowns definitely was going to win that game. But Sundowns was under pressure, so we are ready.
But just to add on top of that, coming with a goal actually away, having got a red card from the captain that went to the captain, it can tell you how ready Sundowns is. They fought back, you understand, while they were actually minus one person, one player in the field of play. And looking at all those players that played for those three different games, because even yesterday we didn't have Nascimento in the middle of the centre back. We didn't have who's supposed to be there. We didn't have Arense there. We were pairing another pair of centre backs in Madisha and Libusa, and you can already see that Sundowns is going to demolish most of the players. Even in the middle of the park, there was a lot of changes in there. Some of those known players were not in the field of play, but we did a good job actually coming away with that draw at the stadium.
And you can see that it's one of those few seasons where Sundowns is starting on a high with a win. You know, if you check previous seasons, we started like loss, and then we start gaining momentum towards the middle of this. But now we are starting on a high note because now we are aiming for the 10th title. And like I'm saying, responsibility is key. You had the coach yesterday; he took responsibility for that draw. And you had Villagazi as well, he took responsibility. And we are taking responsibility as well, you know. Nobody is at fault at Sundowns. We are here to support one another. When you know how to do these mic things, we support you. We're just behind you. And Pizzo knows how to coach. We are supporting him. We are behind him. We know how to support. Surely he supports us. That's how it should work. That's how it's working.
Yeah.
That's how you see where Sundowns is good at.
And what do you think of the new player that played yesterday, CIB?
Wow.
Decision is close.
No,
his, you know, they like this thing of saying you fit in like a hand in a glove or glove on a hand. But I don't think he fit like a glove in a hand. I think that guy, possibly he knew where he was going. He knew where he was destined, and he prepared very well for Sundowns. That I can say for sure, because not many players who come to Sundowns and never get to struggle. He never struggled. His game was fluent. He had errors here and there like any other player can make an error, but he was brilliant. I think he's mentally ready for Mamelodi Sundowns. Even the challenges that people always talk about, like, you're gonna be on the bench, you're gonna be on the stands. But that's the nature of Mamelodi Sundowns, competitiveness.
Yeah.
That's why we want to compete with our members as well at branch level. It has to be competitive. You must sit here and next time when you call us, then we bring another group and they do exactly the same thing that we are doing. Competitiveness.
And like CAB played yesterday, but Jali and Manyisa didn't play.
Yeah, I think if you have followed Sundowns very well, the coach, more especially when during the transfer season, always mentioned that the players who raises up their hands and said, "No, I'm ready to play," coach, is going to play them.
Going to be in the field.
So we cannot entertain or talk about those players who are not playing, because like Tia said, it's only the coach who knows that are these players ready or can they fit in that particular game. For example, I'll make an example. Last season when Jalo was not playing, the very same Chippa United were playing, he was introduced into that game and he had a marvelous game. So it depends. When the players are ready, the coach is always there to help them and to make them fit exactly to the style of Mamelodi Sundowns. Yep. So their time is coming. They must keep on working hard. Yep. Because if you can look, most especially in that position, Tiani will tell you, Mabunda will tell you, he struggled a lot. But when they get his chance, he grabbed it with both hands. Also, something with your Madisha, all of Sundowns players, as long as they are willing and they've got that eagerness to win at Mamelodi Sundowns, they're going to get their positions.
And my belief system tells me that it depends on what we want to achieve in a particular match. Because if you can check on the Champions League match, we played 3 central midfielders. Okay. So it depends. Jali was playing as well there. So it just depends what we want to achieve in a particular match. Especially in the PSL, I guess when we sign players or when we acquire signatures for the players, we acquire them based on the workload. Yep. What is it that we're going to go through? But Sundowns is going through a lot. Everything. Plays friendlies with whoever. Kaizer Chiefs wants to play friendlies with us. It's like, it's like Sundowns is a new thing. And ultimately you'll see on that friendly we'll be playing the unknowns again and we'll beat them. So now it depends on what we want to achieve at a particular match and the strengths of the opponents as well. That's where the decision comes in, that now you'll play Manyesa because he's got these qualities, or you can play Jali, or you can play whoever, or Siabi. Now I think that's how it works. That's how it should work.
And it will also help against fatigue, because remember, Sundowns is the only team which plays more games in the PSL. Yeah. So also with fatigue, to avoid fatigue and injuries, all the players who play in different positions, all of them, they must be ready. So it's not because those guys are not good, but because their time is coming. Yeah.
Just to add on top of that, we know we have been aware, as much as we're talking about the competitiveness and the support that we give to our coaches, his decisions they are quite good, you understand. At some point we're playing Muren as a striker, but we have got strikers that we have in the team, you understand. We acquired a striker there outside from overseas, and he's here. He should have been played on the day, but
he's injured.
He opted to go for Morena. There's Brokey, whom I don't know where he is, but he should have been played, and then opted for Morena, and then Morena performed wonders. Where I'm coming is that with the load of games that we are playing at Mamelodi Sundowns, than any other team that we have in South Africa, the experience of the Jalis and Manyesas, we're going to need it somehow. Those guys, they've got international caps, they've got Bafana caps, they've played they've got a load of experience that they are carrying for Sundowns. Basically, when they are sitting there, they are analyzing some other team in Nigeria or in Morocco somehow. When they are executed, you would see that these guys belong to Sundowns.
Okay. And next year the coach's contract expires and he hasn't renewed yet. Do you think that maybe he's gonna He's not going to renew because the Bafana's job is available now.
Look, I think Pito made it clear that Bafana is a no-no. But in any case, I'm confident in his abilities and his decisions. He was born at Sundowns. He loves Sundowns. He grew up in there. He lives Sundowns. He's eating Sundowns, drinking Sundowns. Contractual issues, actually, it's just a pen in a paper that I think he can do it at any given time. Even if it expires tomorrow, I'm confident that Pito will stay.
Yeah, based on what he said, it's true. And what I've realized with our coach is that he's got Sundowns at heart.
Yes.
You know, one thing that he beats most of the coaches with is that he is a coach of Sundowns and a supporter of Mamelodi Sundowns at the same time. You can see how bad he feels when we lose. When Sundowns is not doing well, he feels exactly like a supporter. And every time we are at the stadium, he'll come to us and put the hand on his badge and do like this, you know, and say he's coming. And we know that he's definitely coming. Every time he loses the title, he tells us that I am coming. So with regards to whether he will sign or not, the thing is, I think if he judges it based on money that is being pumped into him, that would be a good choice to make a good living for himself. And still, we will still love him because he did wonders for us. And if it happens that he signs, I think it will be based on the love that he has for the team.
Okay. During the transfer window, but when it opened, Sundowns were trying to sign 2 players from SuperSport United, Unkwena and Mudiba. But SuperSport said,
they are not selling.
Yeah, they're not selling.
They're not selling.
Have you ever seen the Sundowns way of playing?
Yeah.
Some commentators, hey, they are patient. This is patience. Sundowns knows how to exercise patience. Sometimes, my thinking though, sometimes we acquire a lot of signatures because we use them as a bait at some point, because, you know, in order to get someone, you just take money and have something and give in the players and all that. But I will not mention that other one that was requested. So, so we need to have resources in order to gain what we want. So patience is the name of the game. Those guys will come on board at some point, and you will be amazed and shocked one time. Maybe in the
January
mid-season transfer window, you might hear some big news. That's how we are. Patient build-ups. Ultimately, they will come. It's just that at some point when a player grows big in South Africa, then because of people have been slashing Sundowns on media that they love everything that moves, they love everything that is good. But we are going to take all the good things because we are a good team, and good players want to associate themselves with good teams. You know, what's the point of being a good player and playing at a team that is not good? So it dents your name.
You can find us on SoundCloud, AudioMac, and YouTube at NIR Media. Feel free to send us your opinions or views about the show at nirmedia17@gmail.com.